G'day everybody, welcome back to the show. My name's Alabar Jones. If you don't know who we are, I represent several teams of very highly trained astral projectors, and we fly around at night and beat up the cabal and try and shut down everything that they want to do, because that's a pro-human thing to do. If you want to have a look at our adventures, then you'll see them on this YouTube channel and another one, Alabar Jones 2. I highly recommend watching them. Now, today's show is about good Pleiadians and bad Pleiadians. And, you've seen me on this channel have a go at the Pleiadians, right? And, I've had a lot of conversations about that ever since. I don't think that they're our friends, but I want the conversation to open because the topic is far more complex than just calling them Pleiadians. I don't think one word describes everything that's going on here. I mean, let's think of a country like Nicaragua or Honduras, right? Now, they think of Americans, right, as either wonderful or evil, depending on who you ask, right? And it's not anywhere near that simple, right? Because there are groups out there like the Peace Corps who go to these countries, these young kids, and all they do is try to think of a way to help everybody, try to organize something, try and put something together where everybody wins, right? And then at the same time, and these are American kids, at the same time, the American shadow government sends CIA agents and goons and assassins and manipulators and economic hitmen and all sorts of things specifically to weaken and destabilize the country and make it a worse place for the people to live. Both of these groups are Americans. And, and in between, you have charities and international business, and you have, individuals whose loyalty is to both countries. And between them, there's a whole scale of good and evil coming out of America, right? And the Pleiadians are identical in this way. Like, to think that the Pleiadians are our friends doesn't do justice to the nuance. And there's a very broad nuance that's coming on here. These guys are both good and bad. Now, my criticisms of the Pleiadians, which quite a few, but the big ones are, if they were really our friends, why haven't they helped us? If they've really been watching the reptilians eat our children for the last 10,000 years and done nothing about it, what sort of a friend is that? And it's a genuine question. But one of the other questions that I ask is, they should have sent a channeled education program to teach us how to meditate. And I've recently discovered that in the 80s, they did, by the name of Barbara Masiniak. Now, here's one of the things that she and I have in common, and it's contradictory to the general conversation that is in the spiritual milieu. And I'm going to call bullshit on the idea that they're actually going to land the ships down and help us. And the person who we know from the 80s who's had the most experience, the most contact time with them, is Barbara Masiniak. And let's have a look at what she has to say about it.
No one can expect anyone to do it for them. One of the things the Pleiadians taught me is that no one's going to save you. Nobody's going to come through the dimensions or walk through the doorway, or the government's not going to fix it for us.
You mean they're not landing on the White House lawn?
They're not saving anybody. We have to raise our consciousness, and we have to get up and do it ourselves. The Pleiadians have often said that, we're very lazy.
And you can see from this, right, that somebody in the Pleiadian group is lying to us, right? Here's the logical impossibility, right? One, they never helped us because of the primary law is that you don't interfere with developing cultures. But at the same time, to land the ships here would be interfering with a developing culture. And if they're telling us that they're willing to interfere with a developing culture and break intergalactic law, they're not the good guys, are they? Are they? If they're going to break intergalactic law, it means they don't respect law. They don't respect order. And once you get on the ship, who knows what they're going to do with you? If you listen to the secret space program, guys, those ships that they worked on sold slaves, human slaves, earthling slaves, left, right, and center. And it was common throughout the galaxy to do that. So if you want to get on those ships, do that. If you can see now why there would be a reason to tell that lie that we're here to rescue you from a planet that's not broken, we're here to rescue you and take you to a better place, that lie would definitely fill a ship full of slaves, and it'd do it like that. However, then you have the issue of Gosha and the Swaru, who, by all accounts, sound like Pleiadian university students who are campaigning for human rights. They're protesting for human rights. And so remember that it is not simple what the Pleiadians are. Anyone who identifies with themselves as a Pleiadian isn't necessarily a good guy at all. Like, there is a great, just as the number of Americans who get on planes and go to different countries for different reasons have a huge breadth, have a huge scale of good or bad intentions. I just want everybody to wake up to the idea that it's not that simple. The Pleiadians are not 100% white knights here to rescue us. Some of them are bad guys. That's all I want. I just want humanity to get that one idea. I love you all. I will continue to fly for humanity's best interests for as long as I'm able. And I humbly invite everybody to come and join me who has the skills. If you would like to acquire the skills, then I have a course that starts in January. Contact me through the website. If you look on the page, there's a place you can put your email, and that's where you join the course. And my graduate students are flying missions with us already. And we do wonderful things. Like, we're working very hard on the Israel situation right now, but because of, so please, by all means, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. It helps us. The more you do that, the more likes we get, the further this video will travel. My love to you all. See you soon. Bye for now.